Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to be finally planting the garden, which is great. I really shouldn't say finally because this is the time of year to be doing it. But there are some plants that I started from seed as well as some other starts that I just got from the garden center that I work at. So I'm going to be planting 2 out of the 3 beds today. The 3rd bed is just going to be corn, but I'm going to be starting that from seed. And I probably will start that seed around like June 1st or so because it's a little early to start that. So I'm not even going to bother with it and I don't have the seeds. So I'll be getting that soon, but we're gonna do the first 2 beds for today. So these are the 3 beds that we have. I'm gonna be planting the 1st and 2nd one. The 3rd one we're gonna leave by itself. For each bed, I got a bag of this. It's called Earth Care Farm Murner's Gold Screen Compost. This actually is made right in Rhode Island, which is awesome. So if you don't live in Rhode Island, then you're not going to be able to find this specific thing. But you can just get like any type of compost. I just got 1 bag for each thing, so that way it's something. And I'm just going to put a little bit of it around each one of the plants. And I figured that would be good because we filled up these beds with loam, which is still like, you know, great stuff. And I'm sure that it has a lot of nutrients. Obviously, you can see all the weeds that are growing through there. But I figured that would kind of help. Besides that, I'm also going to be putting either garden food, which you can see this bag right here, or because I didn't know if this was going to be enough, I also got a bag of tomato tone because I have a number of tomatoes that I'm going to be starting. So I'll use this specifically for the tomatoes, and then this I'll just use for everything else. So in this bed, I'm going to be planting everything that I have in these trays here. These are actually zinnias in the front, which I know I explained before. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting those in the garden or if I'm just going to be spreading them out throughout the yard. I'll kind of see once I like take everything out of its little the seed starting trays and space them out if I have enough room to do the zinnias, and then I might just do them like on one side. But just to show you what I do have, and I think actually the tags are on this side. So I have 3 different types of Proven Winners tomatoes. I have Good Hearted, Garden Gem, and Garden Treasure. So these are like the cherry tomatoes. These are kind of like Roma size, like they're about this big, not super large. And then the Garden Treasure are nice slicer tomatoes. Besides that, in this tray, I have 4 basil plants, which are getting pretty large, but they'll be good once they're in the ground. There is rosemary. I think there's like one little thing, not rosemary, lavender that I did try to start, but I'm not going to worry about that. I was just kind of like an experiment. I have 4 eggplants. These are just the classic eggplants. There's nothing in the next row. I have 4 red bell peppers, and then I only got 1 of them to germinate, but this is also from Proven Winners. This is the Fireaway Hot and Heavy. So these are just like a hot pepper. I think they're very similar to a jalapeno, but a little bit different. So I have 1 of these. So I'm just going to be putting all of these in this first bed. And then if I walk over here, I'll show you all the stuff that I got today. So all of them except for these lettuce plants are in 4 packs, but you can see these are in 6 packs. So I have these 2 lettuce plants, which these are called Butter Crunch. So I have 2 6-packs of these. And then also these 2 are 6 packs as well. And these are called Great Lakes. I really like this type of lettuce. You can see that it's like kind of crinkly, similar to like a romaine, but just a little bit of a different texture. Besides that, for lettuce, I also have 4 packs of just regular kale. So I'm going to be planting those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in this one, I also have some regular cucumbers. And then I have 1 4-pack of the yellow straight neck summer squash. And then the last thing, there we go, is zucchini. So all of these are going to be going in this bed, and then like I said, this bed is going to be left empty. And that's because if you don't know about corn, when corn has like its like little tassels that kind of hang down when it's growing, that's because it pollinates through the air. So you need to have a large space of corn. That's why they grow corn in like those large fields, so that way they get good like fertilization. So that way you get a lot of kernels on each ear of corn, that's what it's called. So I'm going to be filling up this whole entire bed, and I'll probably just get maybe like 3 packets of seed or something of 1 variety too. You kind of can grow 2 varieties, but I think whatever gets fertilized, that's the variety it's going to be. So it'd be weird if you like mix them together. So this whole entire bed will just be 1 variety of sweet corn, and that should be enough plants. I think you need at least a 4x4 space of corn in order for it to be enough plants to fertilize, and this is 3x8, so that should be absolutely plenty. All right, so I'm going to be having my boyfriend Hunter help me plant everything. So I'm just going to set the camera up, and then I'll just show you everything that we plant. And then once I'm done, I'll just kind of show you a once over of what everything looks like. Okay, so everything is done. I'm just gonna quickly go through what we did and kind of like how I organized it. And then after that, I wanna quickly water everything because you can see some of these tomatoes, they're looking a bit sad. So all the Proven Winners ones that I started, they have their own tags. Everything else I started from seed on this side that isn't Proven Winners, I don't have tags for them because those other tags kind of like bled out, if that makes sense, because they're wooden tags. So it just became hard to read. But I'll explain everything here. So these are the Garden Treasure tomatoes from Proven Winners. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that 6th one is a part of this next row, which these are Good-Hearted tomatoes. So I had 5 of the other ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Good-Hearted, and then I had 1, 2, 3 of the Garden Gem, which these really do not look that good right now, but I know once I water them, they'll be fine. So you can see that says Garden Gem. Then here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the classic eggplants. I kind of did like a staggered thing for these so that way they could have some more room to grow instead of just putting them like in a line of 4. So I have those. And then the peppers, I had to be a little, I had to be creative, that's the word. So this first one in the front is the one that's from Proven Winners, the Fire Away Hot and Heavy. These last 4 are the just the regular sweet bell peppers. And then in this last row, I have the Genovese basil, which you can tell that that's doing pretty well. That's good that it's in the ground. Now over here, this whole area is just the kale. So I'm not sure exactly what variety of kale it is, but it's just kind of like a traditional variety. So I had 4 packs, so there's 16 plants in total, and those just take up this whole area. Then I have these 2 lettuce plants kind of separated into 2 different groups. This is the Great Lakes lettuce, and then the other is the Butter Crunch. And then over here I have, and I hope I have enough room for these, but these 2 plants right here are the yellow straight neck summer squash. The other 2 plants on the other side are the zucchinis, and then the tag is over there. And then over here, this, I kind of have to explain this a little bit, but these 4 groupings of plants are cucumbers. So I think what I'm going to do is either get some sort of like large circular cage or some sort of bamboo trellising system, something like that. I have a little bit of time because they're still really small. But these cucumbers definitely need to be staked up. They're just like the traditional variety of cucumbers, and then they'll just grow up this way. So we'll have some vertical stuff. And then same thing, like I said before, the corn, we're not going to plant until probably another 2 weeks or so. Today's May 16th, so we're like halfway through May. So I'll just wait probably a couple more weeks, and then I'll plant all of the corn there, and that I'll start from seed. So I'll definitely be making videos throughout the summer, updating you guys on how everything's doing. And then, you know, if anything happens to any of the plants, then I'll also update you on that. But hopefully everything will grow in really, really well. At this point, I'm just going to be keeping a close eye on them. I'm going to water them in now, and then just watering them either every day or just every few days. I'm like, you know, because we're getting some rain now and it's not super, super hot. But there are some days, I think next week actually, it's going to be like low to mid 80s. So it's definitely going to start to get warm. If you have any questions for me about any of the plants that I started, please put them down in the comments. Besides that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.